Let's blast off to the stars, pop in our favorite mixtape, and dance like nobody's watching.
Come and get your love.
So he's an idiot.
Here's your IMDb cheat sheet for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Pete, I'm done running.
Meet Peter Quill, a music-loving human space adventurer who was abducted by aliens as a child. He's also better known as
Star-Lord.
Who?
After stealing a mysterious orb that basically everyone is after, including Quill's old team, the Ravagers, led by Yondu, evil Kree zealot Ronan the Accuser, daughters of Thanos, Gamora, and Nebula, and the cutest foul-mouthed space raccoon Rocket, and his vocabulary-limited walking tree friend Groot.
I am Groot.
Everyone's arrested by intergalactic police force, the Nova Corps, but they break out of space prison with Drax the Destroyer, a revenge-seeking metaphor-missing brute who wants to kill both Thanos and Ronan for the death of his wife and daughter. They travel to Nowhere, aka a giant floating celestial head converted into a mining facility, with the goal of selling the orb on the black market to the Collector. He collects things, like other Marvel properties, including a Russian space dog. Turns out that orb actually contains the Power Infinity Stone, which pretty much blows up anyone that touches it. Bickering between the group leads to Nebula and Ronan arriving and stealing the Power Stone. Thankfully, the Guardians set aside their differences and team up with the Ravagers and Nova Corps to stop Ronan. And after Groot sacrifices himself to save the rest of the team, Quill employs a unique battle strategy to defeat Ronan.
What are you doing?
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
Victorious, they fly off into the sunset to some sweet jams. And Groot's live, by the way. He's a little plant guy. Insert Volume 2. Our intrepid misfits have become intergalactic heroes for hire. And after completing a job for, and subsequently pissing off some arrogant gold aliens, the Sovereign, in exchange for Nebula, they crash land on a planet and encounter a godlike celestial being named Ego.
And I'm your dad, Peter.
They go to Ego's planet alongside Mantis, an eccentric empath.
You feel love for her.
No.
While Quill learns about his new celestial powers and bonds with his space daddy, Gamora deals with her troubled relationship with her adoptive sister Nebula, plus Rocket and pocket-sized Groot get caught up with Yondu and the Ravagers. Turns out Ego just wants to use Quill as a power source for universal domination. Luckily, the rest of the Guardians, and even Yondu,
I'm very poppin', y'all.
save the day by blowing up that planet-sized baddie. And Yondu sacrifices himself because he's like an odd father figure to Quill. Oh, and let's not forget that the Sovereign are still out there plotting their revenge with a new weapon.
I think I shall call him Adam.
Afterwards, the Guardians find Thor floating out in space, the result of a battle with Thanos and the Power Stone. Then they encounter him after he's claimed the Reality Stone. Plus, we get some backstory about how Thanos preached life's balance to child Gamora as he killed off half her people. Meanwhile, Rocket and angsty teenage Groot help Thor make a new hammer and defend Wakanda from Thanos' army.
I am Groot.
I am Steve Rogers.
The rest of the Guardians run into those other popular superheroes
They're the Avengers, man.
and plot ways to defeat Thanos.
What exactly is it that they do?
Kick names, take ass.
Yeah, that's right.
But their plan to save the day totally does not work at all because Quill loses his cool after learning that Thanos killed Gamora to gain the Soul Stone, which leads to Thanos snapping away half the universe, including Quill, Groot, Drax, and Mantis, leaving only Rocket and Nebula.
What did it cost?
Everything.
It's been 5 years since the Thanos snap, and everyone's real sad. But luckily, the remaining heroes time travel, collect the Infinity Stones, and defeat Thanos again to bring the whole gang back. Plus, present-day Nebula shoots an evil alternate timeline 2014 Nebula who helped bring an alternate timeline 2014 Thanos to present day. It's complicated time travel stuff. And it's a happy ending for cosmic lovebirds Gamora and Quill. Well, it turns out this is a Gamora from a past timeline, and she just doesn't know who Star-Lord is at all.
Touch.
Ever since, the Guardians have been saving the universe with Thor while also trying to track down that alternate timeline Gamora, and Quill has matured a lot.
Just look into the eyes of the people that you love. They'll tell you exactly who you are. All right, bye.
But they have one thing left to save. And that's Christmas. And the only way to do that is to kidnap Footloose star Kevin Bacon. Also, Quill learns that Mantis is his half-sister. Now, onto Volume 3. What's the deal with Adam Warlock? Will we learn about Rocket's tortured past? And what sick tunes will be on the Volume 3 mixtape? Find out in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.